I'll give you my crystal ball prediction here.
Okay.
And I will also tell you that somebody made a good point that it is very important to partner across your CXO community, because we had talked about the skill base with human capital, the acquisition with your acquisition community. There's different finance techniques when you go from CapEx to OpEx. So it takes a village to pursue this. If I look 5 years in the future, the federal CIO of today is not the federal CIO of tomorrow. I think it's a vastly different. In this area, this subject that we're covering today, I think they become smart buyers.
Okay.
With the advent of FedRAMP and the teaming that we're doing with the with our partners in the vendor community, I think they solve that in large part. You can assume very secure and very consumption-based capability, sort of internally and externally. That'll be available at good market rate prices and open competition and fully accessible. You know, we're getting ready to start a pilot on a high baseline into the FedRAMP vendors, so I think that will continue to go up the stack, if you will. And then the federal CIOs are really going to focus on way up the value chain, right? And up the value chain is back to that, you know, pointy end of the business. For DHS, for example, very operational agency, right? 240,000 employees, most of them operational in the airports, the seaports, in the embassies, et cetera. So that's mobile first, right? So we'll be porting a first port to mobile in those environments, and we're going to assume a lot of that underlying infrastructure is in place, it's secure, it's readily available, and it's at a market price that makes sense, and our focus is going to be on those business applications.
So the CIO is no longer focused on IT problems. The IT infrastructure is there, it's in place, it becomes a utility. You're focused on using those utilities for mission goals.
Right, focusing on the business area.
I think you're right.
Which, you know, look, all of us do that as best we can, but we focus a lot sort of below the line because we have to. And I think there'll be a lot more focus above the line as time goes on.
Right.